Hey guys, back again for part 2. Apparently I reached my size limit on my phone here, which I don't understand that, but okay, whatever. We last left off, I was showing you guys how to mod the AKA Evo wheel. Alright, and then I'll just recap real quick here. JC bullets, front and rear. I gave you guys the part numbers in the last videos. Front and rears mount up no problem. Proline velocity 2.2, rears only. DE Racing 4 associated, front and rears, both will mount up. And then the Evo rear will mount up perfectly, and then you gotta mount up that front like I showed you in the last video. So, I mean, hopefully this was a good review. I mean, not a whole lot to talk about. I mean, everything's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, you know, durability, excellent. The build, excellent. All the parts are good. Shocks are excellent. Electronics fitment. I mean, I can't, like I said, some people are going to be running bigger ESCs. I mean, I'm running one of the smallest ESCs on the market, so of course it's going to be nice in mine, but if you're running something larger, you know, it's no worries. Like I'll show the chassis again like I did in the first video, but you guys can see. I mean, unless you're running an ESC that takes up that whole compartment here, well, then you might have an issue, but I don't think you guys will be doing that. Another cool thing that it comes stock with 2.5 millimeter motor screws. I can't stress enough how awesome that is. This is one thing I absolutely hate is 1.5 millimeter button head motor screws. Because if you guys know what I'm talking about, those are awful. They either strip out or they come loose, which messes up your gear mesh, which can cause, you know, your spare gear to blow out. Ever since I think it was my Losi and then the B5, I've always ran, well, and this one comes stock with them, I've always ran 2.5 millimeter motor screws. You can crank those down, and I've never ever had my gear mesh come loose since I started running these. But like I said, again, you don't have to with this car because it comes stock with them, so that is a big bonus, and you can see how beefy they are. They don't move. So yeah, just to recap, again, it's pretty cool. The B5 foam blocks will fit in here. You know, this is Serpent's new wing, or new-ish wing. This is the 6.5 inch wing, but it's a new one they came out with that's very, very durable. I mean, I've had a lot of gnarly crashes with this wing, at least a dozen or so times, and a little crack right there. Now, normally you'll get that little crack. You could get that little crack after 3 or 4 crashes. This little crack did not form in here until about the 10th or 12th time I ran this car. That's pretty good. So these wings are very good. I highly recommend it. I know the new Serpent 4-wheel drive comes with these new wings. This guy, to my knowledge, the time I'm making this video, still comes with the wing it came with originally, which is not this one. If I can remember, I'll put the part number in the link for this wing, or if I don't do that, if I don't remember, you guys can message me and I'll get you the part number for this stronger wing, which I think this came out about 3-4 months ago, maybe, something like that. Excellent wing. I highly recommend it. Also, another little tip I forgot to mention. I highly recommend, for those of you again, that plan on getting one of these, or you might get one of these, I would recommend building this car with Losi 22 2.0 idler gears, because the plastic they use for this car does have a tendency to wear out quicker than the Losi ones. A couple of guys said, hey, you know, we figured out that the Losi idler gears fit. However, you can't use the pins, you know, the little pins that the idler gears fit on, but you can use the gears themselves. So I would recommend that. Just go ahead and build this with the Losi idler gears, and then keep the stock ones for spares or whatever. But yeah, I guess that's about it, guys. It sucks I had to make this part 2 video, but like I said, my phone said, whoop, nope, your limit's been reached. So if you got any more questions, if you want to comment, got any questions for me, yeah, not really much more to say. Durability is awesome. The build is awesome. Serpent has great customer support. I recommend going on to the Serpent Facebook page. You know, there's a bunch of us on there that can answer questions. The designer of the car, Billy Easton, he's on there answering questions. The USA team manager, he's on there answering questions. I mean, you don't get the designer of the car for other companies answering questions a whole lot. So that's pretty cool. Where can you get parts for this car? Well, the places I get parts from, A-Main and SerpentAmerica.com, which is also DeSoto Racing. Shipping as far as from DeSoto, I can tell you shipping is very good. They're very fast. They're out of Florida. I'm in Michigan, and shipping is I've never had to wait more than a week. Sometimes not even that. So that's pretty good. And then, like I said, the body, one of the most durable bodies I have ever had on a buggy. Very cool stock design. Personally, I'm not going to change this. If you didn't watch my first video, like I said, J Concepts makes a body for this. But personally, I think that's pretty damn cool looking for a stock body, and I'm not going to change to the JC one. Yeah, it's a little wider than some mid motors, but that's because you're running a composite chassis. So yeah, if you guys are watching this, please watch my first video. It's longer and talks about other things. The only reason I had to make this is because my phone said that I had reached my limit, which I don't understand what's going on with that. I'm going to have to look into that. But hopefully I covered enough that other people didn't in reviews of this car. Again, part 1, I cover a lot more. But anybody that's curious about this car and you've been looking at it and you really want to run one, go for it. I've been extremely happy with this car. I've had other major brands before this one, and I'm not going to be getting rid of this car and going back to any other brand. The last car I had was the B5M, and this car is a lot better. It builds better. The quality is better. For what you get in the kit versus the price, I mean, B5M cost what? $250, $260? So for like $30 more, you're actually getting more in the kit. You know, you're getting all the stuff like wheel hexes, stronger parts, aluminum shock caps, and you're getting more stuff. So I mean, like I said, it's a damn good car. I don't want to keep going on and on about that, but I can't stress that enough. It's an awesome car. And if you're wondering, you know, the gull-wing arms, oh yeah, I know. People with a B5 said went to the straight arms because straight arms handle better. Nobody I know has complained about these being gull-wing. You know, I have no interest in going to a straight arm. Nobody else I know that runs this car wants to go to a straight arm. There's no need to, because this car runs fine with the going arms. You know, that's the way they designed it, and it works. Obviously, somebody screwed up at Associated, but I don't know. Even when I had my B5M, I ran the Gull Wings, and you know, I always did well. I always placed in the top 3 to 4 in my A main, so the Gulls worked fine on my B5. Not sure what the deal was, and they certainly worked fine on this car. So, like I said, hopefully I covered a lot of stuff for you guys. I tried to keep it simple, try to keep it, you know, a little more in-depth than just saying, hey, it's a great car, okay, bye. So hopefully you guys liked it, and like I said, you got any questions, comment below. And if I didn't answer anything in this video or the first video, hopefully I can answer it later on. Thanks for watching, guys.